Well, folks, what you are looking at here is Michael Moore's 5-point plan for 2017. Of course, this is Michael Moore's 5-point plan to kind of go against Trump or get people to move against Trump, protest against Trump. You can see here, he wants you to, now he's actually, this is an old one. He's kind of shifted and twisted the words in here kind of, but it's the same thing. You know, speak out to your government about how bad Trump is. You know, reach out to the DNC, email them immediately, hope that email doesn't leak, tell them how bad Trump is. Form your own team. You know, get together family and friends to together realize how bad Trump is. Plan to go to the inauguration weekend protest. How about that? He's telling you, go protest how bad Trump is. And then, of course, have a plan B. As bad as you think it will be, it'll be worse. So in the first 4 points, when you're realizing how bad Trump is, in the 5th point, just remember it's even worse. So that's nice for Michael Moore to tell me his 5-point plan on how to deal with Donald Trump. But it doesn't stop there, folks. Now, I made a tweet earlier about a push notification I got from Yahoo. I get the weirdest push notifications from Yahoo. But it made no sense, and it basically was, I guess, inciting people to go protest Donald Trump, like Michael Moore. So I went on to Yahoo, and we found the story that they want you to read. Lessons for the anti-Trump resistance from American history. Oh, thanks, Yahoo. I'm going to take a history lesson from you. So let's hear what they had to say. The nascent anti-Trump resistance movement has been doing civil disobedience, outside of Trump Tower, pushing for bipartisan congressional investigation into Russian election meddling and exposing his cabinet nominees' conflict of interest. So again, ignoring the actual meddling and corruption involved with this election from the DNC, and ignoring the conflict of interest that came with the Hillary Clinton campaign. Again, it's just all Trump is bad. I'm not sitting here saying Trump is perfect. It's just ridiculous how they attack Trump for everything and just ignore their own double standards. So, but there you go, pushing the Russian thing again and then demonizing Donald Trump. But it goes on. The liberal resistance to Trumpism, this is going to be the new word, has only started to gear up for what will probably be a series of epic battles around the touchstone issues of race, immigration, healthcare, and authoritarianism itself. Folks, they are fomenting hatred for Donald Trump. They are fomenting anti-Trump rhetoric. That's all this story is. And you know that they'll print a news story as soon as anything breaks, blaming Trump supporters for insinuated violence or blaming Trump for all the violence, when they're printing this story that is the one leading to violence. It goes on. Who should be the leaders of this resistance? They ask, they wonder. Oh, who's going to be the leader of this resistance? I guess you're stuck with Keith Olbermann, aren't you? Good luck with Keith Olbermann as the leader of your resistance. Little Keithy Olbermann, ooh. Yeah, he's going to get you real far. That guy can't even last on any network. That guy's a total joke. Which strategies and tactics should they employ? Well, so far they're protesting, they will resort to violence, they're crying, but now they're printing articles trying to foment more crybabying, trying to foment more protesting. What organizations and institutions could prove to be the savviest and most influential in curbing Trump's authoritarian tendencies? Have you seen the Trump protesters? Have you watched the Young Turks? I mean, my God, I guess if that's the savviest and most influential you have against Trump, well, Trump's going pretty far, folks. Let's be honest. But then they even tell you, here's what they want to see. This is a story on Yahoo, folks. They want they're telling you direct action. Go out and protest. Oh, but they continue. Nonviolent protests. You know what? Here's the thing. Don't worry about all the jobs that Trump is going to bring back. Don't worry about the Make America Great Again thing that puts all Americas into the same movement. We're all American. We can all make America great again. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about getting a job. Don't worry about reading a book. Don't worry about studying. Don't worry about your own life. Don't worry about betting yourself and your family. No, just go protest Donald Trump, folks. That's what you need to do here. I read it on Yahoo, and Keith Olbermann told me. So more mass nonviolent protests. Trump told reporters that he has been proven to be right yet again, implying his suspicion of Muslims was essentially justified all along. Now, they're attacking him here because he mentioned that the person who drove the truck through the Christmas market in Germany was probably radical Islamic terror. They bashed him for that all day. He ended up being right again. He mentions that. But Yahoo says you should go protest the fact that Donald Trump is right. They've completely lost their minds here. Lawsuits. Folks, it gets even more rich. They say you can threaten lawsuits. But look at what they cite here. Use of lawsuits to inflict political damage on President Bill Clinton's administration. They want to use lawsuits that were used against the Clintons against Trump. I mean, what were you going to have if you didn't get Trump? Oh, you were going to get Clinton. So the lawsuits that were used against Clinton, you want to use against Trump. I can't even believe this world that I'm living in. Legislative obstruction. So they'll complain about gridlock all day long. Obama complains about gridlock all day long. That's how this country was made, so that authoritarian figures can't just get everything they want in. So yes, that is the obstruction that comes with the American checks and balances. But no, Yahoo wants you to now complain about the gridlock. Okay, so when Obama complains about the gridlock, that's okay. But now that it's Trump, well, we need to gridlock everything. It's anti-American. Now, the last one they mentioned, electoral mobilization. Now, it's very clear that they don't understand the Electoral College at all, but I digress. It continues. A Tea Party movement from the liberal left, whatever form it ultimately takes, could inject a dose of momentum to a dispirited party and mobilize Trump's foes to take their country back. What? What? Take your country back? So again, now they're trying to steal what we're saying. We're the ones taking the country back. We're the ones making America great again, but they want a Tea Party movement from the liberal left. Again, are you calling on Keith Olbermann? Are you calling on Chunk Yogurt from the Young Turds for your lead role to mobilize Trump's foes to take their country back? You mean the people who protest Trump and wave Mexican flags? I'm sorry, but Yahoo, you have totally failed miserably with this story, and Michael Moore as well. But here you go, folks. On Inauguration Day, when there's thousands and thousands of people protesting Trump, when there's thousands and thousands of people protesting Trump outside of Trump Tower, when all of these young indoctrinated students are protesting Trump all day long, and this continues and continues and continues, we know who to blame. Michael Moore's, Yahoo's. They don't want you to be better, folks. They don't want you to better yourself. They don't want you to do any research. They don't want you to get a job. They want you to bitch and moan and complain because they got embarrassed that Donald Trump won the election. They got sat on. They thought they had control. No, the American people took the country back. We got Donald Trump elected. So continue to listen to the liberal left, who will continue to send you down a dark hole of nothingness. We're taking this country back. We're making America great again. Get over it, Michael Moore. Get over it, Yahoo.